T'en prie, inscrit, abonné, subscribe dans YouTube channel Mitan Kafoua. Remets-nous tout sur Facebook, like us on Facebook, Mitan Kafoua. T'en prie, inscrit, abonné, subscribe dans YouTube channel Mitan Kafoua. Remets-nous sur Facebook, like us on Facebook, Mitan Kafoua.
Bonjour tout le monde, moi c'est Clarelle Degraffe et bien content pour me partager avec nous aujourd'hui pour tout ça bon Dieu fait dans la vie avec position ça et vraiment t'aimer partager avec tout le monde just how I got here.
OK. Eh bien, n'a salué tout le monde, non pas moi, c'est Marc Lubin. Comme nous connaissons que dans Mitan Kafoua, nous toujours recevoir des rôles modèles. C'est pas nous-mêmes qui créons, ce sont des rôles modèles qui existaient. Tant que grand-papa m'a toujours dit, nous avons une histoire d'Haïti. Mais si nous chita pour nous entendre histoire chaque haïtien, n'après mes têtes nous plus, n'après mes pays nous plus, et n'après mes nations nous plus. Parce que chaque fois qu'un haïtien réussit, c'est un pile sacrifice, un pile professionnalisme pour arriver côté rivière. Et souvent, lorsqu'il entend des histoires mounsa, ou besoin en pile inspiration, ou même on pense au patap qui arrive, ou même qui campe sous route, ou ouais, gon moyen qu'on capable arriver parce que gen yon moun qui font expérience et façon que le rive pour le permettre ou même tout ou progresser. C'est peut-être ça dans Mitan Kafoua, nous valoriser tout haïtien en général, que yon en Haïti, que yon en dehors d'Haïti, quel que soit côté yoye, job nous c'est valoriser yo dans Mitan Kafoua. Et je dis dans question valorisation, nous allons recevoir une grande dame haïtienne qui relève Clarelle Degraffe. Clarelle Degraffe qui a plus que 37 ans d'expérience dans sa relève transportation. Et c'est directrice générale transit, ça veut dire département métro entre New York et New Jersey. Et le responsable PAF qui censé porte autorité transit Hudson. Li pral parler avec nous pour nous parler de expérience personnelle de famille. Il pral parler de expérience professionnelle. Comment le faire arriver côté le rive? Qui discipline que l'appliquer qui permet que le rive côté le rive aujourd'hui? M'a rappelé non pas moi c'est Marc Lubin ou sous Mitan Kafoua. Ou bien nous sur YouTube. S'il vous plaît, inscrit, subscribe dans channel YouTube nous. Abonnez dans channel YouTube là, remets-nous sur Facebook. N'a retourné avec un rôle modèle aujourd'hui. Nous New Jersey, nous New York. N'a rencontré avec madame Clarelle Degraffe. Non pas moi c'est Marc Lubin, on t'y pose et puis n'a retourné tout à l'heure. Madame Degraffe, Nabdou, bienvenue dans Mitan Kafoua. Non pas moi encore, c'est Marc Lubin. Eh bien, mon capitaine de yo, nous avons un rôle modèle que nous pas créé mais qui existait, que nous devons connaître histoire personnelle, histoire professionnelle. Madame Degraffe, encore bienvenue dans Mitan Kafoua. Comment y est?
Merci, Mark. Merci, Abdil. Just really want to thank you for allowing me to be on the program. Et moi vraiment remercie mon histoire moi. Moi t'ai quitté Haïti depuis m'te 5 ans pour me venir New York. And I've been in New York most of my life. I'm in my upper years. I won't share the number of years, but I'm in my upper years. Did all my schooling, lived in Brooklyn most of my life, and went to Catholic school, and then went to Brooklyn Tech High School, and then after graduation I went to Stevens Institute of Technology. My father was an engineer. He was a civil engineer, and his name was Bertrand Destin. And his brother, Gerlin Destin, both engineers, wonderful engineers, and well-known in Haiti, especially Gerlin. Very wonderful family. So my mother always said she wanted me to be an engineer like my father. I was his firstborn. And I loved math when I was in school. So I said, okay, I'll try it. I just said, okay, when your mother tells you to do something,
you have forfait. Forfait. Et je dis, mais qui côté que remets mathématiques, mais non.
Yes, math. I love science. And I did well in those subjects when I was in really high school. I did well in high school. And then I went to college. College was very hard.
Et ça fait ça?
Because I was competing with not just students in Brooklyn, but I was competing with other nationalities. And sometimes you get scared, you get shy and feel like you're not good enough. So that really impacted me, I believe, a lot. But I just kept going. I just was determined. God really helped me, and just to keep determining. Every time I would fall, every time maybe I would fail an exam, I would just get up and say, okay, let me just do it again. Let me do it again.
Wow.
And like I tell my son now, I have a 17-year-old son who's getting ready to go to college now. I tell him it's not always about being smart. It's not the smartest people that finish on top. It's the ones that are determined.
Et ou t'a parlé de famille et ou ka ban outil détail sur maman avec papa parce que ou parler de papa ou parler de mon oncle. Mais qui genre de monde que yo te maman et puis papa qui genre de monde que yo te?
My father was a very intelligent man. He was a very quiet man. Very intelligent, had a very deep voice, very tall, very deep voice. Very well known throughout Port-au-Prince for being an engineer. He and my uncle was the head of a particular company in Haiti. And I remember he had an office on the Delma. And I think he was in charge of like the water company. I forgot the name of the water company, but he was the head of that for many years.
Maybe Camep.
It could have been Amep. And, you could look up his name, Gerlin Destin, and very well known in that area, in Delma. And I spent a lot of summers where I would go visit in Haiti from New York, where I would go visit there. I would do work in, the orphanages and, very strong Christian background. And I would always, my uncle would always spend time and, send cars to get me. And so just, very strong family roots.
Et maman?
My mother lived, she lived pretty much in New York after we left, Haiti. She pretty much stayed in New York. My mother, her career was more in the sciences. She was a lab technician for many years, where she worked in doctors' offices and then eventually worked in a hospital. She worked at Woodhull Hospital, spent many years there, and then ended up retiring actually from a hospital in New Jersey. And I was raised by my mother, very, very strong ethics, and very determined that I would succeed in life. And got, good confirmation from my father as well, expected me to be successful in life. And to not succeed was not an option. And she really supported me. I remember when I was in college, I told you it was very hard, and I remember my next to the last year, I think I was entering my last year of college, and I remember coming home one day and said, you know what, Mom, I can't do it anymore, I'm tired. My brain just felt like it was fried. Pas de café encore. Toute tête moi tête café mal, j'étais fatigué. And I remember, instead of her, I always remember this, instead of her saying, you better go back to school and do it, she said, you know what, just give me one more semester.
Wow. That was good advice.
Well, you can do it.
Ah, c'est un bon conseil.
Oh, I never, ever forgot that. Because if she had said to me, go back and, you better go and do this, and I think I would have shriveled up and just gone into bed.
Mais il y a un bagay qui est important, c'est que dans l'époque ça que maman avec papa rentré, côté que moun yo te gen possibilité, yo te gen doit rester à Haïti. Mais yo rentré, est-ce que professionnel que yo te yé, là yo rentré ici, tu es obligé à l'école encore pour apprendre après ça pour yo ka commencer travail. Comment ça te yé dans l'époque ça so songer?
Well, my mother came here in the 60s because she left me when I was 2 in Haiti. My father also came in the 60s. When my father came, because he already had completed engineering in Haiti, already had his degree, he was very fortunate to be able to go straight into a professional office and be what they considered a white collar worker. So he had that wonderful opportunity. My mother didn't. She worked in people's homes. That's how she was able to bring all of us to New York, by getting sponsored, by people Americans that lived here. So she worked very hard, in people's homes. She worked in office. She was basically a cleaning lady, and she had to work herself from someone who had no college degree to, being able to support my sister and I, working very hard, sometimes working 2 and 3 jobs, and coming home at 1 o'clock in the morning, just to be able to support us and to provide for us. But the thing with my mother is she never gave up. She was a determined woman, and that's what she instilled in me, to be able to push and to continue going, knowing that I could be anything I wanted to be.
Wow. C'est que là, ou prend ça les détermination et persévérance ça, bon côté maman ou bien bon côté papa?
My mother. My mother. My father was quiet. He was a quiet man. My mother was a pusher. She was a mover and a shaker.
N'a parlé de 1960 et nous est en pile progrès qui fait. Madame Degraffe, comment senti-vous le que vous arrivez après 37 ans de carrière pour arriver dans position directeur général métro transit entre New York et New Jersey, ou gen 300 000 moun sous compte chaque jour, et que temps en temps y aurait l'eau gen yon bagay faut prendre une décision immédiate. Comment vous sentez en tant que haïtienne de souche, OK, l'arriver dans position ça dans un pays étranger? Comment vous sentez?
Wow, it's a huge responsibility. It feels good because of several things. Not just because it feels good, but because I know what's behind me and what's supporting me. First of all, my faith in God, because I know I would not be here if it were not for God. 2, I know the relationships I have and have built up, worked very hard over the years to establish. And I know those professional relationships are strong. And 3, the people that now work for me, I worked very hard to build trust with them so that I know when I get called and said, what's going on, there's an emergency, I know I could pick up the phone and those guys will answer.
Mm-hmm. Est-ce que notre travail ou fait face à ça le sexisme et racisme? Si ça arrivait dans le passé, et là arrivé en face, en tant que petit immigrant, et en tant que femme noire aux États-Unis, comment on fait pour capable deal avec lui, sinon pas mot anglais ça, pour elle, pour garder, pour apprendre de lui, pour arriver quand on arrive, je dis. Comment ça? Est-ce que ça arrivé et comment on fait?
Oh, absolutely. That has occurred over my years. But again, my mother, when she raised us, her input was that racism and sexism is not your problem. That's somebody else's problem. You go with the mindset, I can do this, I'm going to succeed in spite of you. In spite of the racism, in spite of the sexism, I'm going to get to where I need to get. That is your problem. It's not mine. I'm not going to allow you to define me as African American or Haitian American or a woman and limit me because of what you're thinking about, that particular category.
Wow.
So my mind never thinks, I never think of myself as a Haitian American. I never think of myself as a woman. I'm a person that's on a road to succeed. I'm a Haitian American. I'm a woman that's on the road to succeed. None of those things that's in somebody else's mind is going to stop me from reaching what I was meant to reach. So it's a mindset.
Et ça que m'a rappelé Mounio, c'est que recevoir un prix en 2008 comme Harlem Black Achievers. OK, en 2013, yo honoré dans professionnel domaine dans construction. En 2018, recevoir un congressionnel certificat, congressionnel mérite pour service qu'on baille dans communauté Queens. Est-ce qu'on peut parler de participation dans communauté que vous vivez là? Comment on fait?
Well, also my husband and I were pastors in Southeast Queens, in Queens Village. We have a church in Queens Village, and we as people are more than just what we do at work.
Okay.
What gives us value at work is who we are, and part of who I am also has to do with my home life. It has to do with my church life. And I have to care about everybody. And one of the things we do, at church at our church, is to really want to change and make an impact in the southeast community of Queens. So, at our church, which is on Springfield and Jamaica Avenue, we make sure that we reach out to people and tell them about the love of God that can change their lives. To really be an influence to the youth that are coming up in the church and letting them know that they can succeed in anything that they put their hearts and their minds to. Because we know that if we can touch them, they can touch the world. And so we have a strong following in our church. We have a strong church, a very proactive church that continues to impact the community. We have, as a matter of fact, we're getting ready to do an indoor carnival. We're doing a basketball camp in the community in a couple of weeks, actually in the middle of July. Then we have an indoor carnival that we're going to be doing in August. So we're constantly doing things, within that community of Southeast Queens to just really make an impact in people's lives.
Non seulement on a position ça ou même en tant que femme haïtienne, un petit immigrant, mais l'on regarde de 1960 à nos jours, nous fait un pile progrès. Il y a un pile haïtien qui est en position officielle aux États-Unis. Et l'on regarde, bagay yo changé. Comment ça te y est et comment well kounye et qui ça nous ka fait pour nous cal plus loin en tant que héros haïtien en dehors de pays d'Haïti, rôle modèle haïtien en dehors de pays. Comme qui ça nous est capable de faire?
Wow. Well, I think what we as Haitian Americans need to continue doing, and it's been a pleasure to see many Haitian Americans in positions of power and in positions of authority. I know several, and it's always wonderful when we find each other because we just celebrate. And I could name some, right now that you'd probably be surprised because we don't necessarily have the accent or stand up, but there are many in positions of power and authority, whether it's in the transportation industry or it's in government or in private industry. I had coffee with a young lady just a few weeks ago, and she's Haitian American as well, and doing wonderful, creative things in the arts industry. And I think what we need to do is continue growing, continue learning, continue pushing to pursue within our gifting, within where we are strongest, to be able to impact society, to pursue those places where we will have the ability to influence laws, to influence what happens in government, to influence our communities, because that's how change comes about. Change in terms of culture, change in terms of the way we think about immigrants. I'll never forget when the President of the United States made that statement about what good can come out of Haiti. And within his own party was a senator in Utah who was for him, who's Haitian. I was dumbfounded by that statement. Somebody within his own party, and that just speaks to just really not understanding and valuing the product that has come out of this little Caribbean island and the force that we have that is not widely spoken of. So I really applaud you and France for really pursuing where is that power that's residing in so many different places.
Ça c'est question ça que m'd'a poser. Avant, est-ce qu'on cap ba moins non jeune dame ça à côté gelen chavel parce que nous même dans mi temps ka fois nous valoriser moun pa nou yo. Ouais moun pa nou yo. Nous remet yo et nous valoriser yo podium nan c'est pour yo.
Absolutely. Yep. I can share that name with you.
Okay, go ahead. Bom no. To valoriser.
I don't think I would do it on air.
Okay. Pas de problème. Et puis, nous devons avoir contact. Nous devons mener sous podium mi tant fois tout. Mais qui point fort que l'on rencontré un haïtien qui progressait, qui arrive dans position de pouvoir, côté que le capable décider. Qui point fort qu'on joigne la caille yo tout, qu'on capable séparer avec nous, partager avec nous, pour dire jeune capitaine de nous yo. Mais point fort, mais tout ça me connaît bon la caille nous. Et si nous insister et mettez en évidence, n'a privé plus loin toujours. C'est qui sont joindre dans main yo.
Well, I'm not sure I understand the question.
Okay, when you meet the Haitians, those that are in position of power, they are in position of power right now. We have a lot in us that are very good and positive we need to focus on, and others we need to add to it in order for people to see us. That not the way they are describing us, some others, but we need to focus on what is good, okay, in us. What do you see in them that you can share with those young people that are listening to us right now?
So what I see in, the people that are in positions of power, one unique quality is excellence. Excellence in their craft and a determination. Like the young lady I spoke of, she has a powerful, powerful story that she could share with you, with the community, to talk about. And she's excellent in her craft. So two things: excellence and determination.
Mm-hmm.
You're good at what you do. You practice at what you do. You practice until you're perfect. You know, nothing is perfect, but you keep practicing until you are excellent at your craft, because that makes you stand out. That makes people take notice.
Mm-hmm.
And you're determined. You keep pushing. You keep going.
Wow.
So the two qualities I would say that I see in other Haitian Americans are excellence and determination.
Mm-hmm. And what else would you tell a young, maybe looking right now and said, I don't know where to go. I know that I have those. What steps should I take, okay, to have some kind of success, just like you?
I would try and locate someone within the field that you're trying to enter, whether it's another Haitian American or a mentor, someone that could give you some guidance and help you, just kind of the road that you're on the journey. Because right now, you know, we're all on a journey. On your journey, is there somebody that's available to you that can help you on that journey, that's in the field that you want to be, that's in the area that you want to be or go to, whether it's somebody, you know, within your community, someone, you know, a guest artist. Find a way to find a mentor that can help you on that journey.
Est-ce que au cap ban un petit détail de une journée de travail, comme si que nous là aujourd'hui n'a suivi et puis comment journée qui ça me pral faire si pendant journée travail ça que m'a suivi, comment à qui l'heure commencer, qui l'heure finir, qui sont fait?
Well, my day starts at about 5 in the morning. And because of the railroad, because I run the railroad, one of the most important things to me, I want to know if my service is running on time. Mm-hmm. Make sure my service is running. Are there any problems that my riders are going to encounter? I want to be the first one to know about it. So I'm getting emails starting at like 4 or 5 in the morning about service that's getting ready to start. Is all my equipment in place? Are all my workers there? Do I have any disruptions? Do I have any failures in the system that I'm going to have to contend with during the rush hour periods? So my morning starts about 5 a.m., and it really goes all the way through about 8, 9 o'clock at night. Again, my PM rush hour, what's happening during that PM rush hour. And throughout the day, my days are just very, very busy, going from one meeting to the other, giving guidance, making decisions, making sure things are on track, no pun intended. So it's a very busy day, from 5 in the morning all the way through when I leave the office, and still on my iPhone, just checking and making sure that everything is on point for the riders that are on the system.
Mm-hmm. Mais à part maman ou papa ou et mon oncle, est-ce que y a l'autre monde qui influence ou, qui motive ou?
Yeah. My aunt, I have an aunt in Brooklyn. Matet Mimoz, she's also, she is so full of fire, very strong influence in my life from when I was younger, always encouraged me that I can do anything that I wanted. So I had some very, very strong support in my family, you know, from the women, from my cousins, the men, that always excelled in whatever they did. I have a great cousin that is a doctor in Pennsylvania, and always encouraged me, always told me about that I could succeed at whatever I could do, and just very loving in anything.
Maman avec papa, yo sorti directement Port-au-Prince ou bien yo gen un lien on l'autre côté en Haïti?
Yes, Port-au-Prince.
Port-au-Prince.
Yep, okay. Both of them.
Mm-hmm. C'est que là, ou rive dans position qu'on rive a, ou valoriser haïtien et qui dans zone côté ou valoriser famille ou valoriser tête tout et ou valoriser nous tout. C'est extrêmement important. Mais n'a retourner en 1960 l'ont rentré. Est-ce que tu as une grande communauté haïtienne et comment ça fait l'école là t'es? Est-ce que tu le Saracine pour te parler langue là pour joindre monde qui peut aider nous? Qui gens ça t'es à l'époque que le maman avec papa ont rentré aux États-Unis?
Well, when they first came to Haiti, there was not a large, Haitian community as there is now, so that support was not a lot. So they just basically, supported themselves. It was just really, the family support structure was very strong, and we stayed to ourselves. As for me, when I was 5, I went directly to school. The memories are, I was in first grade, so it wasn't really that difficult for me to pick up the language. I picked it up very quickly, at that young age. So I still was able to, advance in school. I had teachers at that time that were very patient, and understood that English was a second language for me at the time. So they helped me a lot, with the language and being able to understand the material. I advanced to the next grade. So again, we were close family, strong family support. We stayed, to ourselves. And that's really, and then it just kept growing over time. More and more people came. The community kept getting larger, and it just took time for it to grow. But it was really just about the family when we first came here. That was all we knew. We encouraged each other, and we supported each other, and just kept going.
Et vous êtes directrice PAF et département transportation New York, New Jersey. Mais c'est pas Yannick prend et puis yo metto dans position. Est-ce qu'au cap nous et qui côté t'es commencé et qui travaille position qu'on prend de yon avec l'autre pour arriver côté arriver jodi. Qui côté t'es commencé l'offre entrée comme premier travail?
My first job was that of a construction inspector out at Kennedy Airport. I graduated Stevens Institute of Technology with an engineering degree, so I listened to my mother and I did what she told me. So I graduated with an engineering degree, so I started working for the Port Authority, and I started as a construction inspector out at Kennedy Airport, and then just progressively just started advancing, in the agency. I really enjoyed the construction inspection, but I wanted more. I wanted to be more in management, project management. I liked the engineering, but I wanted the management side of engineering, which was called project management. And I was able to attach myself to a mentor, and he really, explained to me how I could advance in the agency, what things I needed to focus on, and I latched onto those things, and I followed the instructions, and I just went for different positions, and, I was very blessed. My managers really took me under their wing, and they really supported me. They really helped me, and gave me great opportunities to grow, and just gave me, opportunity and said, "Here, do this." And they didn't micromanage me, but they allowed me to really just discover my craft and just to grow. And I just took I just ate it up. Every opportunity I could find, I just took it, and I jumped, head first, and I just grew by leaps and bounds in every job I got, and my managers really took note of that, and that's how I was able to be given more and more and more responsibility over time.
Et n'a rappelé tout le monde que on a mis en cafouа, Clarelle, et que nous gagnons et directrice générale transit New York, New Jersey, paf. Ça veut dire que nous gagnons un rôle modèle qui est avec nous. Tant qu'on me dit, chaque haïtien a une histoire. Et l'orchita a commencé à stendre histoire chaque monde qui passait beaucoup de temps haïtien. Ou a tellement aimé haïtien, ou a tellement aimé pays, ou a tellement aimé nationalité, ou a dit, waouh, bah, j'aime qu'on est haïtien, t'es toute histoire ça. Eh bien, c'est ça, mi tant qu'à foyer. Nous menons yo, nous cherchons yo parler avec yo. Yo partager vie privée yo avec vie professionnelle yo avec nous. pour tant d'histoires ça yo capé inspirer ou faire prendre meilleure décision pour vie pa ou. Eh bien, ou joindre nous sur YouTube mitan kafou. S'il vous plaît, abonnez, subscribe, remettez nous sur Facebook. Eh bien là, ou êtes capable d'entendre histoire, l'autre histoire, même genre avec histoire Madame Degraffe, Clarelle Degraffe jodia. N'a pris une petite pause et puis n'a retourné tout à l'heure. M'a rappelé non pas moi c'est Marc Lubin ou non mitan kafoua avec invité nous Madame Clarelle Degraffe. Nous quitter Miami jodia, nous monter New York. Eh bien, non encore c'est Marc Lubin, nous n'avons mitan kafoua, invité nous. C'est Madame Clarelle Degraffe, directeur général Rail and Transit, General Manager PAF. OK, et PAF li c'est porte autorité Trans Hudson, c'est des moun qui pas comme ça. Eh bien, m'a regardé ou te gen un General Manager qui te relé Mike Marino. Et 45 ans de carrière. En pile moun étonné que le monsieur Marino a quitté et que c'est ou même que le longe doit te dit même moun comme ta aimé pour remplacer. Comment sens-tu l'autant des nouvelles ça alors comme ça?
Well, I was very honored and very surprised that he would entrust that role to me, that the agency would entrust that role to me. Because I didn't have the experience. But what I did know is the agency wanted to move in a new direction, and that as they listened to what I had learned, over my years here in PATH, that was the direction that it was the same direction that they wanted to move in. They wanted to be able to improve customer service. They wanted to be able to improve the reliability of the system. And I had learned enough from Mike to know how to do that. And with the team behind me, having gained those relationships, behind me in PATH, that really helped to push me in the forefront. So they did a nationwide search looking for somebody to replace here, but they came back to me because they realized that this was the right person at the right time for PATH.
Est-ce que dans vie ou kon gen des bagages qui rive devant et pour garder li malgré croyance ou et malgré foi ou, et pour dire m'en vi font ti bac et puis pour moi et puis peut-être m'ka foncer ou du moins sou quitter ça, est-ce que ça arrive?
Okay, can you explain?
Okay, in your life. Okay, facing any challenge that you say, something, I can step back. I don't want to move forward right now. Let me think about it. And you said, something, let me give up on it. I will not be able to do it. Did that happen?
Many times that's happened. I'm just thinking in terms of career-wise. I know there was a time when I was considering a position, and this was many years ago, and I decided not to pursue it because I had just gotten married, and I wanted to focus on my marriage at the time and not my career.
Okay.
So one of the things I've learned in life, especially as a woman, is you can do everything. You just can't do it all at once.
Okay.
I left the agency for 5 years. I had resigned the Port Authority for 5 years to stay at home with my son. So that I took back in my career and put my son and my family first. And it was a very hard thing for me because I love my career. I love what I do. But I knew that at that time in my life, that season in my life, what I needed to focus on for me was my son. So there were points in time when I made decisions that I believe I had to know where I was, who I was, and where I was in life and what was important at that moment in time. It's not always the same for everyone, but you have to recognize in life there are seasons in your life, and you have to know what season are you in, because if you don't, you're going to miss it.
Ok, ça nous get à comprendre que
you're going to regret it.
Famille, c'est une priorité dans tout ça qu'on a fait. Kounia là, on quitte professionnel, on prend comme si on t'a dit dans vie privée. Ok, est-ce que il y a des bagailles qui passent et pour dire et gon l'autre façon que m'te ka faire, même pas qu'on est à l'époque, m'vinn plus expérience, mais ou gon certain regret. Est-ce que ça arrive tout?
Wow. Sure, we all have regrets about life, about our personal. To be honest with you, I can't think of anything. Nothing really stands out to me right now where I say that I regret anything. The major decisions that I've made in my life, I've always prayed about it, and they're not perfect. Nobody's perfect, but I know that, looking back now, over most of my life, I know that I am where I'm supposed to be. At my age, I look back and very few regrets, in my life. And I'm very thankful for that. Very, very thankful for that. So that's a very important place to be.
Okay. When you are looking at a position that you would love to have, a position ko ta remen gen, est-ce qu'on regarde comme l'avant ou du moins ce qui sort pral fait pour capable changer la vie moun? Qui ça nan deux qui priorité ou lo gade un job ko ta remen gen pour analyser pour est-ce que m'ka aller dans job ça?
I think what I look at is the challenge of the work. Is this something that I would really enjoy doing? Is this something that I would find challenging to do and enjoy it? So that's the first thing I look at. And so that's very important to me. And then the second thing I look at is that God for me? Is this where I'm supposed to be? Is that job for me? Is this what God wants for me? So those things have to line up.
When you said God want for you, that means for where non so pral faire observe moun et ko aider moun améliorer vie, pas vrai?
Absolutely. It's integral in my life.
Et si nous t'a demandé pour définir succès pour nous, qui j'on capable définir?
Wow. Success, you're going to think I'm strange, but success is being where God wants you to be. And to me, that's my definition. Am I where God wants me to be? Because then I'm guaranteed to be successful. And success it comes in different ways. Success to one person is money. Success to another person is travel. For me, success is peace and joy. Not happiness, because happiness comes and goes with the circumstance, but a joy inside and a peace inside.
If I'm giving you about 2 minutes, ou gagne 50 jeunes et qui en face ou, qui pas ouais, qui gens yo capable progresser, qui pied pour yo mettre devant et pour capable avancer. Et t'a demandé essayer motiver yo pour yo ouais que futur yo déjà assuré si yo prend step sa yo pour yo avancer, qui sont t'a dire?
Well, the first thing I would tell them is pray to find out where you're supposed to be. Prier pour k'ap connaît qui côté bon Dieu vle. Qui what craft, qui position bon Dieu vle. That's the first thing. Lo kon sa, take the next step. If it's go to school, take some courses. If it's get a certificate, make a move towards where you know God wants you to be. If you can sing, take singing lessons. If you believe that God wants you to be a lawyer, go take some law courses, or go to law school or pre-law. If it's to be a doctor, go to pre-med, go to, medical school. So first, you need to know who you are. You need to know what God is calling you to be. From there, take the next step and advance.
Et dans position qu'on y est, est-ce que il y a un pile immigrant, est-ce que il y a un pile monde de couleur et qui j'en sais?
No, very few.
Et qui ça fait ça? D'après vous-même, d'après observation, qui ça fait ça?
Well, because this is an older agency, and I think just now we have a really strong initiative to increase the minority participation within the agency. So that is something that's underway right now to really increase the minority representation in this industry. The railroad industry in and of itself is it's not well represented. I think PATH and MTA have the best minority representation in its field. But it's not where it needs to be.
Et est-ce que vous visitez pays récemment, Haïti?
Oh boy, I haven't been to Haiti in probably the last time I was in Haiti was in 1999. That was I haven't been there since then.
Alors c'est que qu'on y a là on a position qu'on y a et position ça a son position d'influence. Et comment utiliser et pouvoir qu'on gagne dans le monde.
Well, one of the things I like to do is to give back to young people. I like to encourage them and let them know that they can be successful also, and to encourage them to be successful and to reach for positions of authority and positions of influence. Don't settle for just the mediocre. Push. Be determined and prepare yourself, position yourself, prepare yourself in your craft so that you can become a person of excellence, so that you stand out. And when you do occupy that position of authority and influence, you do it well. You do it well.
En tant qu'immigrant, je vais retourner avec lui encore. Est-ce que vous pensez que le système, côté que nous y a, li favoriser pour nous-mêmes en tant qu'immigrants, pour nous capables de arriver dans position de pouvoir, pour nous capables d'influencer tout ça qu'a fait en dedans société pour arranger, majorité à capable de sentir mieux et vivre mieux?
So I think you're asking me, do I think our society is set up to have immigrants in these positions?
Yes.
No, I don't. I don't think so. I think a lot of change has to happen within our society, especially now in terms of the concept of immigrants. And it's going to take us that are in these positions of power, in these positions of influence, to say, you know what, I'm an immigrant. That's why I was so proud to say I'm a Haitian American. I want them to know that I am an immigrant, and as an immigrant, I've been able to succeed. So if I can do it, anybody else can do it.
And what will
can do it as well.
Parce que ou même ou on marche à suivre, ou gen pile sacrifice qu'on fait pour arriver quand on arrive pour jeune cap tande yo. Parce que n'ta aimé gen 20 ans cours, même gens avec vous, qui arrive dans position de pouvoir et qui pour dire que yo c'est haïtien américain tout, mais dans position que ni mais sacrifice que nous fait, qui sont à conseiller yo, pour ta focus on in order for them 20 years or 10 years from now, we have like 30 just like you.
I would say just keep reaching back. Keep reaching back, because if there's 20 or 30 of me, that means that I've done enough myself, and some others have done enough to get 20 or 30. But can you imagine what if 20 and 30 reach back? That means, 10 years from now, 50 and 60, and then it'll just continue to grow. So the most important thing is to reach back and let the others know that we've made the way for you. So there's room for you here.
Valoriser tête yo, puis valoriser nous, tout côté que yo yé. Est-ce qu'on a un dernier bagage qu'on t'a remis ajouter? Et pour moun captant de nous en Haïti et aux États-Unis, sur Internet tout?
I would really just like to say thank you for this opportunity to just really share my story, with you, and just really want to let you know that it's not about how smart you are, it's not about who you know, it's about being determined, and it's about positioning yourself to occupy that position of authority and power.
Eh bien, n'a dit tout le monde merci. Invitez-moi aujourd'hui, c'était Madame Clarelle Degraffe, directrice générale transit et dans le département transportation New York avec New Jersey. Les responsables PAF et PAF, c'est porte autorité qui l'a et transit Trans Hudson. Son grande responsabilité, il y a 300 000 moun. OK, chaque jour sous responsabilité. Son gros travail que lié, il fait avec fierté. Et ça plus important, les toujours dit moun, ils sont haïtiennes, américaines qui arrivent en position de pouvoir et côté que lié la fait valeur nous. Jodi madame Clarelle Degraffe nous valoriser dans mi-temps ka fois. Avant qu'on aller, est-ce qu'on a dit ensemble avec moi, en nous valoriser tête nous dans mi-temps ka fois?
En nous
valoriser tête nous dans mi-temps ka fois. Nabdou, merci pour participation dans mi-temps ka fois et à la prochaine parce que me connais, journaux occupé, faut quitter le fait travail que ou à faire au nom de Dieu. Merci.
Thank you, Mark.
D'accord, à la prochaine.
Okay.
Bye bye. Okay.